Hi there, my name is Noreen Jasani, and today I will be giving you a quick step-by-step guide on how you can 1. Check your voter registration status, 2. Access your voter page online, and 3, and most importantly, request an absentee ballot. For some background, I live in California, but I'm registered to vote in the state of Georgia. And so I've been using the absentee voting process for a while, and let's get right into it. So first, you'll go to Google and you will search voter registration status Georgia. I have Georgia here, but you can easily replace that with the state that you are registered to vote in. And when you scroll down, usually that first link is going to be your go-to one. I know this is the best link to go to because I have some experience in this, and this is where I access my voter page. So once you are at your voter page, it's not going to look different it's not going to look the same across every state. It's going to look different, but this should give a good idea on what to do. So first, I'll want to go ahead and access my voter page. This will have all of my information on, am I registered to vote? When did I register to vote? And how I can actually fill out and request an absentee ballot form. So very quickly, you'll enter in your first initial, last name, county that you're registered to vote in. For me, that's Gwinnett County, and then your birth date, and hit submit. Now here we are, we're at your voter information page, and this is mine. So as you can see, it's my information. My status is active because I'm registered to vote. The polling place, if I was to vote in person in Georgia, however, I will not because I live in California. So the most important information for me on this voter page is the absentee ballot request information. And as you can see, this area says, if you prefer to vote off-site, mail, fax, or email your absentee ballot application to your county registrar. So if you click county registrar, this is where all the information is on what is the mailing address for my county registrar? What's the phone number if I have any questions? Most likely they have a hotline right now where people are taking questions and answering them very quickly. But the area I care about most is that email address. That email address is where I'll be submitting my absentee ballot application. And that is how the whole absentee ballot will be triggered to be sent to me by mail. So now, the next most important piece is the actual absentee ballot application. So click here for an absentee ballot application. Now, this is the actual application that needs to be filled out and sent electronically or by mail to the county registrar that I mentioned earlier. And it's some pretty simple steps. First, you need to fill out the date of the election. So this is where you would put November 3rd, 2020. And then you include your voter name, first name, last name. And number 2 is requesting your permanent address on file with county election office. This is where my Gwinnett County address would go to. Again, this is where I'm registered to vote. Now, number 3 is the temporary address where you want the ballot sent. This is where I would input my California address because, again, that's where I live and that's where I want the ballot to come since I'm not in Georgia. Next, you put your date of birth, the type of ballot. For me, it's Democratic. Then you put your contact information, which is obviously very important. It's how county election officials can contact you if your application is incomplete. And then you will input your signature, today's date. And if somebody is helping you fill out this application, their information will go in number 8's box. And then there are some other items that are conditions, such as if you're elderly, you can mark that. If you're disabled, you would mark that. And then the bottom of the application is strictly for office use only, so you do not need to fill that out. Now, once you have filled out this application, you need to go back to the county registrar information and email it, the filled out application to this email address. and then you are done. So once you've filled out that absentee ballot application, you can actually return to your My Voter page at any time to check the absentee ballot application status. And so since I've already submitted my absentee ballot application, I would click here for the status. And here it shows me what's going on. Did my application even hit the registrar's office? Has anybody looked at it? So here it tells you your election date, name, type, the November 3rd election. That's great. You can see that my absentee ballot application request was received at the end of July. Perfect. That's awesome. Now, I need to wait for it to be issued. A date will appear once it's issued on the registrar's end, and then the date will also update for absentee ballot received when I actually get a mail in my mailbox in California that has my absentee ballot in which I will vote. And status just will continue to update from there. And if there are any issues, there will be a reason that populates. So just remember that your voter page for your state is the best way to check on the status of your absentee ballot application request, whether the ballot was issued and received, and it also provides you registrar information if you need to call somebody and get more information. I hope this is helpful. Thank you.